Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Dreams Guy podcast. My name is Jon Thomas, and I am glad that you're able to join us. I have my friend Sandra here.
Hello.
She is here for the dream internship, and she has a dream that she's going to share with us. So first, about how long ago did you have the dream?
Last year, August 7th, 2020.
All right. And what was your dream?
Okay, so the dream is, in the beginning, I am walking through the doorway of my childhood home. And as I was entering the doorway, I had a feel that I was just going to drop in for a quick minute, grab something, and go out because I had friends out in the car waiting for me. So as I was going in, I see my mom standing in the kitchen. And I was super excited to see her because in the dream, I knew my mom had already passed. So I'm like, Mommy, oh my God, it's so good to see you. I'm so happy to see you. What are you doing here? My mom has a straight, serious look on her face and she's not responding. All she's doing is handing me 2 blue containers. I just figured it was food maybe that she was handing to me. And I'm not really paying attention. And I'm like, Mommy, what are you doing here? I'm so happy to see you. And she's handing me these containers and she's like ushering me to take them and go. And I'm like kind of ignoring her. But Mommy, I can't believe you're here. What are you doing? So after I go through that about 3 times, I just put the containers into the refrigerator. And I'm like, okay, fine. Then if I go, will you be here when I get back? Will you be here when I get back? And she didn't say anything and the dream ended.
And the dream ended.
Yeah,
okay.
But we were in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Of a childhood home.
All right. Well, let me see how much of that I can repeat back, and then we'll take a look at what it might mean. So okay. You're coming into, you're with some friends in a car, you're coming into your house, and dream starts with you walking through the door into the house that you grew up in. And you're thinking...
I didn't grow up in it, but I was about 3 to 5 years old.
About 3 to 5 years old. So one of your childhood homes.
Yes.
Okay. So home from your childhood. We'll say it that way. And you're walking in and you see your mom standing in the kitchen, which is surprising because you're thinking, 1, this is going to be a really quick visit. You're going to pop in and pop out. And number 2, your mom's passed away. Right. And in the dream, like, you know that she's passed away and you're thinking, wow, like I miss you. Like, I want to see you. Like, how's everything going? And she's just completely serious. She's just standing there and she has these 2 blue containers. And you try again, like, Mom, I'm so excited. Like, you know, are you, can we talk? Like, what's going on? And she just doesn't respond again. And she's trying to hand you these 2 containers that are blue. And finally, you take them. 3rd time, you're trying to get some response. And she's not responding. So you take the containers, you put them into the refrigerator, and you say, but will you at least be here when I get back? And she still doesn't respond. And that's when the dream ends.
Yeah.
All right.
And I had asked God that if I could have another dream where I could have taken those containers and went, because I felt like I was supposed to take those containers and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the dream you felt that, or after you woke up?
After I woke up.
After you woke up, you felt like you should have probably taken those containers and went somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what she was telling me, like, go, take these containers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you knew in the dream that her intention was that you would take the containers with you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got a couple things. So house represents life in general, especially something like a childhood home or a house that you were in when you were a childhood. It represents a period of time. 3 to 5 years old is a very formative period of time in a child's life. So this is something about your childhood, but then coming back to your mom, the fact that your mom was there, your mom has passed away. This is again something. Childhood idea is it's something that's an inheritance. So this is revealing a spiritual inheritance that's being given to you from your mom. It was not about your response and seeing your mom. One of the things that can happen is, let's say someone has a soul dream of seeing their parent or seeing a loved one that's passed away. There's a connection, there's some type of interaction, and they feel their soul soothed. You didn't get that. It's not because that it was intended to have no emotion, but it was a sign to you that this wasn't just your soul that was causing you to dream this. Okay? So that's one piece. Now, 2 vessels that were blue. What kind of blue? Was it like a dark blue? Was it just sky blue? Was it a light blue? Do you
It's
remember?
just a medium blue color.
Just a medium blue color, just
Yeah.
normal blue color.
Yeah, normal blue color.
Okay. A lot of times that could represent revelation. We get that because of the sapphire sea. There's this expansive blue that is right before the throne of God, the place where it's easiest to meet with him, commune with him. So these are revelatory gifts. Now, we've had some conversations over the couple weeks,
Yeah.
right? And we've talked about two specific revelatory gifts that you've been given that you got from your mom and from that bloodline. Because sometimes spiritual gifts will be inherited through a bloodline. And I know we talked about the two of them. I remember the seer gift was the one. And
Intercessory prayer.
was intercessory prayer was
right.
the other one that we'd started talking about. Yeah, I wasn't bringing back that second one right then. So, two gifts. Why did you put them in a fridge? What would you said in the beginning that it was about food. They kind of reminded you of food containers, right?
Once I saw her, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay. And
Yeah.
I wanted to hang out.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I put them in there just to get her to quit focusing on the containers and let's
So
focus
that
on
you
what I
could
want to talk
connect.
about. Yeah, so we can hang out.
Yeah. Two things. One, food going into a fridge is a great way to preserve it. So this gift is preserved, it's not lost. You didn't throw it in the garbage to get it out of the way so you could have your conversation. You didn't put it on the counter where it might spoil so you'd have the conversation. You put it in the fridge, it's preserved, it's still there, it's not gone. It's also letting you know one of the biggest hindrances to your gift, to the inheritance that you've received. You're going to have to fight the things that you want to be able to come into the fullness of what God wants you to do.
Okay.
There's going to be some emotional things that you're going to have to overcome and be able to let go of how you want things to be able to walk out. It's there. You still have them. It's preserved. But to walk it out, you're going to have to be able to let go of that attachment, if you will. So it's not really specifically about your mom. It's more a metaphor of the attachment you have to things that you want to happen in the
Okay.
moment. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so that probably has something to do with this journey transition that I'm on where I'm already being stripped of things in my life.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that because I felt like my mom was taken away early and I'm angry and I'm on this where I feel like the enemy's going to pay for it. So I'm allowing the Lord to strip from me whatever he needs to so he can use me as a vessel.
Yeah.
So I can get him back for what he did to me. I'm really
Yeah.
angry. I'm upset.
Yeah.
And so I'm ready to do whatever the Lord wants me to do.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm ready. Whatever you want, you can take it. Just I ask him not to take my humor. That's a big
I have
part
a
of me.
feeling he won't do
That's
that.
a big part of me. Anything else.
He doesn't take the good things.
Yeah.
He only takes those things that would hinder us from responding to his love. Because what he wants more than anything that we could do for him, more than anything that we could do against the enemy, is he wants our heart. And he's looking for your affection.
Yeah.
That's the primary thing. And as you give things up to respond to his affection, you will find that it always leads to the defeat of the enemy.
Yeah. I know. I know
That's
he hates it,
awesome.
and I'm okay with that. That's why I'm allowing it to happen. I'm not
Come
fighting
on.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going after him.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Any questions you have about that dream?
No, everything's clear now. I know what I need to do.
Alright.
I understand my journey. I kind of already knew that because
Yeah.
I had interpreted the dream myself. But
Yeah.
I like the confirmation.
Good.
Especially about my gifts. Were there maybe gifts that she had? The seer, she had already was a seer, right?
Right.
And she just didn't, she let it lie dormant because we never talked about it.
Yeah.
And so the intercessory prayer, she already, okay.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
talk about that either.
So that's something that's in your bloodline.
Yeah.
She had, but you got to inherit.
Okay.
And one of the things, you put it in the fridge, so it's preserved. ask the Lord to give it to you. Lord, I set that down in the fridge. I don't want to leave it in the fridge. I want to take it with me wherever I need to go with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Well, thanks so much for sharing your dream. Really
you.
appreciate it, Sandra.
Thank you for helping.
Yeah, of course. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us for this episode of the Dreams Guy podcast. My name is John Thomas, and we'll see you next time.